Okay, we did promise commentary. Hopefully we're here now. I've just been chatting away, not realising the microphone's been muted. So, okay, into the match. Jun and Darwin lead 4-1 over Des and Adam. The previous shot, it did have a relatively open table, but in the process of playing it, they've pushed the 4 ball in behind the 6. So, have they come back far enough? They have. It's bought him a shot. It's a tricky one, especially if you want to hold for the 5. They're just weighing this up. The only thing they can really do here is put top on the white ball. There's not much else they can do, and top on the white ball doesn't really lead to a shot to the 5. So they are going to continue with that. They may look at playing some sort of safety here. Which is what they've done. And they've overcooked it a wee bit. They've left a shot on for, I think, Jun standing up to go to the table. Yep. Looks like Jun's looking at going around the table here. He's going to hit this with a wee bit of bottom and a wee bit of left-hand spin. And unfortunately, he's picked the gap and he's scratched in the corner pocket. Okay. Pretty sure Adam and Des weren't expecting to get back to the table after that shot, but they've got a good chance now. 5's available in both corners. Always a wee bit dangerous travelling back to the 5 like that. If you don't connect the middle pocket, you can somehow slide into the corner, and it's really made things awkward for them now, effectively, just catching that point of the middle pocket as they went past it. There is still a shot available, but I think Adam's just looking here at purely safety, playing the 5 to the middle of the bottom rail as we look at it. Got to make sure he hits it. You have to hit a rail here or it's a foul. And it's like he's failed to do so. Yeah, it hasn't connected the rail, so it's ball in hand to Jun and Darwin. With a pretty easy sort of finish on now, just got to get reasonable shape on that 6. And to be fair, you want to be reasonably straight on. I think you can just roll through for a good shot on the 8. So the key here is when I find the mouse to switch something on the stream. Here we go. So he'll be queuing forward, I think, off the side rail. And probably with a wee bit of left-hand spin to bring the white ball into the middle of the table. Yeah, that's pretty tidy. Now Jun will just gently roll through this. He might choose to actually play directly to the top rail. It's sort of easier to judge pace if you can hit it a wee bit more firmly. It looks like he's queuing at the bottom of the white ball. No, he's chosen to screw back a wee bit. That's fair enough. His personal preference there, I would have gone forward. Yeah, enough pace to come off the side rail for good queuing. So it looks like Jun and Darwin are going to go up 5-1. Yep. Okay, Des maintaining his braking duties. I think, as I said before, but I think the microphone was muted, so nobody probably heard me. Des has been braking really well, consistently getting the 1 ball in the side pocket and getting a good spread on the balls. He's going to continue his roll at the moment, so see which side he brakes from. Sure, okay, he's braking from the left hand side, so he's after the 1 ball in the right side hand pocket. right hand side pocket, sorry, which he's achieved. Has he got a shot in the 2? Yeah, definitely got a shot in the 2. So, interesting dynamic here. The 4-9 combo is looking really good into this corner pocket. Adam sort of missed out there. That's going to wind the volume down for a sec. I just have to talk to Waddy. Okay, it looks like it's just going to be me commentating, so it is what it is. Rightio, they've left John and Darwin into a fairly sticky situation. And they've just slid past it, so they've failed to make contact, ball in hand. Couple of tricky wee things here. There's a bit of travelling between the 6, 7 and 8. Travelling with the white ball. I mean, position to the 5 here is relatively easy. The real trick here is getting off for 7 and playing into a zone where the 8 is available into that corner pocket. So you definitely want the white ball in the right place on the 7. So this shot on the 6, as easy as it looks, is quite critical to get the white ball into good position. To be fair, I think he wants the right ball roughly where it is. Okay, he's got a bit straight on that, so now it's become a bit of a testing shot. He hasn't got much angle, he's dead straight on it, so there's not a lot he can do here in the way of position. He's topping through it. Oh, just got seriously lucky with the pot, but no result on position. There is a good kick off the side rail. The cue ball contacts the side rail roughly where that template is sitting. It's probably the go-to here, I think. Yep, I think Adam's just kind of convincing Des to take it on. And it looks like Des didn't take much convincing, so he's definitely lining it up. Risk versus reward, you've got a good chance of getting the hit. If you get the hit, there's an excellent chance of potting the ball. So, yep. And I should say Adam Wood had not too much difficulty with this. Good cueist as he is. Yep, handled that nicely. Okay, they've clawed one back. We are now sitting at 5-2 in favour of Jun and Darwin. For the few people out there that are watching, I think we have 3 viewers at the moment. Please feel free to advise other people if it streams on. If they're interested in watching, it'd be great to get a few more viewers in. We've got this match and one more to follow. The match to follow will be the final, and the people that are in the final at the moment are Adam Shaw and Brent Ogg, and the winners of this match will face against them. Okay, Darwin's not having as much success on the break as what Des was, and he's left Adam and Des a fairly nice starting ball. Adam's handled fairly well. Yeah, got a reasonable shot in the 2. The 3's an open space. The white ball's got some traffic to get through, or around, probably preferably. Oh. So that's tied the table up a wee bit. 5-8. Going to cause some headaches further down the track. I don't think it sits nicely for a plant. And in saying that, they've sort of tied up the 4, 7 and 9 a wee bit. It's not terrible. The 4 still goes in the centre and in the corner pocket, but you've obviously got to get shape on it after this if you want to play aggressively, or you're playing safety right now. And those 3 balls I just mentioned do make a good set of blockers. So it might be time to play a bit of safety, just snick off the edge of a 3 and send the white ball back a couple of rails into that corner pocket where the boys are standing at the moment. Well, not into it, but around it. No, he's chosen to go the other way. He's taken the shot on and got position. So the real headache here is going to be that 5-8 combo, what they decide to do with it. I see it's not, they're not touching, but they don't really lay nicely for a nice plant into the corner pocket. And I think by the pace Jun delivered on that shot, he was actually trying to split them up, which I think he'll be quite happy he hasn't actually managed to do it since he missed the 4. So now you really have to weigh up, do you want to take this pot on the 4 on, knowing there's not really much of a shot on the 5. So you may choose not to try and pot this at all, which is what he's done. Get some distance.
Yeah, that's all good. Brent's all good with that.
Okay, I'm not sure if the edge of the 4 is available here. I'm going to go no, it isn't. So you might see these boys come up with a jump cue, which yet Darwin's got in his hand. Again, there's not a lot of reward for potting this. Yeah, that's sort of gone wrong. He's actually left the chance to split the 5 out now. So although he hasn't given away a ball in hand, which he'd be happy with, there is a shot here which does separate that 8 and 5 from each other. And he didn't actually take it on, he just played pure safety there. He played to leave the white ball in behind that cluster of balls, and he's made that cluster worse. I must be able to, oh no, couldn't see the edge. Nice, good, solid connection on the 4. And it's left pot, but again, with that 5 not really going anywhere, it's questionable whether you'd even try and take this pot on. Okay, he's chosen to. He had the angle to get the split. He got the split. I think even though he hasn't got a shape to really pot the 5, he's going to be happy with that shot because they're still in control of the table. They've solved the major problem that's on the table. So all they need to do now is play good safety and hopefully get back to the table. And that could have been a better safety. Definitely left the pot on here into the, sort of not sure, I'm looking through the window and I'm looking at the screen. It looks like through the window it goes into the right hand corner. Darwin's just heading up the other end of the table just to confirm that. It may be closer than what it appears to me. That's sort of where he wants to leave the white ball by the looks of it. Where he's just put his hand on the table behind the 9. So it looks like he is going into the right hand corner. No, just plain pure safety. And he put that white ball exactly where he wanted it. Quick tap on the table away at him. Always appreciative of a good shot. So like swerving and massing. Probably going to connect the side rail first to hit this 5-ball. Oh, wasn't far off potting that, to be fair. He has left a pot for Jun. Pretty thin one. The white ball will be flying if he takes it on, but I think he will. And probably quite happy to let the white ball travel. Oh, okay. Not sure if that's exactly what he wanted. I thought he would have tried to have a pot at that. Never mind, that's why Jun's still at the table and I'm sitting here commentating. Okay, I think it's going to be the 6-7 plant here. Let's quickly change the camera angle. A wee bit inside out. We should probably push 6 to the side rail for a pot. So 6 in the corner, where Adam's got his cues where he wants the white ball. And it's not too difficult a shot to get it there. Just basically cue through this pot nicely and white ball slides across. Jump off the rail a bit, he's got a wee bit of angle there to get back to the 9. Handled well. Okay, Des and Adam climbing their way back into this major semi-final. Score of 3-2 to Jun and Darwin over Adam and Des. Yeah, he's still got that breakdown, Pat. Very impressed with that. It's one of the more difficult, well, the most difficult 9-ball break. There's a lot of different ones you can deal with depending on where the rack's positioned and where you're allowed to break from behind the headstring. But he seems to have hit that one down pat, which looks really good. Left Adam a reasonable shot here at 2. It's available. He's going to have to play the plant if he wants to get the pot. So he chose to try and slide the 2-ball in behind the 7 and carry him off the 7 to pot it in the pocket. He hasn't achieved that, and he's sort of left the table wide open here. Pretty sure, I'll just change the picture so you're looking at the same thing I am. 2 balls available in the corner pocket. He just needs to make sure he holds the white ball for a shot on the 3. So you make, although it's a fairly basic shot, you're making it a wee bit more difficult by having to hit it slowly. This is where you come at risk of the balls kicking a wee bit, or you get a bad contact between the white ball and the 2 and it ends up going a wee bit thick. So if he does miss this, he's likely to miss it into the end rail, so he hit the ball too thick. Plus the fact he sort of stretched over on the table a wee bit queuing at it, but yeah, that's a good shot. He used the 7 to hold the white ball. I mean, it enabled him to hit the shot a wee bit firmer than what otherwise you would have had to hold the white ball down there. So Jun will probably go forward off 2 rails, drop into shape behind the 5, left Darwin a really good angle to get across the other side of the table for the 6 in the same pocket. Just looking at a point on the rail he wants to contact. Yep, nicely struck, and enough pace to get the white ball off the rail a wee bit, so makes Jun's cueing a wee bit easier. Yeah, that's not ideal. See where Jun just put his cue on the table, that's where he wanted the white ball, so he's left Darwin now an angle that really lets the white ball play directly into the 9 and 8, which it did not want. So he's going to have to come with a bit of a shot here. He might actually be looking at deliberately trying to contact the 8 at a certain point to push it towards the pocket. Although if the angle is left here, it's quite a demanding shot, and a lot can go wrong. Ideally, he would have liked to have been a lot straighter on this, so he could just basically play a stop shot or a wee bit of angle to send the white ball around those two balls, but I think now he's got to deal with the white ball going into them. Might still be playing with bottom to try and avoid hitting them. Yeah. The problem is the positional aspects of that shot made the pot pretty difficult. And he sort of got away with it. They may be able to pot this off the side rail. These is just having a look at the angle now. Yeah, it looks like he thinks he can get to the point on the side rail to make the pot. That tells me he had a lot of room there to make that shot. Actually, he got too close to the 7. But he has left Jun a tester. Jun might look at, he's going off the bottom rail to try and kick and stick. He wants to leave the white ball behind the 9 and kick the 7 up table, which he's pretty well much achieved. Excellent shot. I think Adam's just gone in search of a jump cue. In the last match he used Mike Hayes' jump cue, and Mike has since left, so that's no longer available to him, so he's found one. He's come back to the table with it. He's played a couple today and seems reasonably confident with it. It's not a go-to shot for him by any means. He's more of a snooker player and a Clubs New Zealand player, so the jump shot's not available to you in those forms of the game. He's got the hit. Didn't hit the cue ball central, and if you watch closely, that white ball actually sort of massaged and curved after it hit the bed of a table. And that's simply because it had a lot of side on it, because he didn't cue it directly in the centre. So he's looking at dropping the white ball in behind the 8 after potting the 7 in the side. I think he's just going to use plain top and try and float into. Yeah, but what he has, and he's hit it pretty well. Hasn't really got the shot on the side, but he's definitely got the shot in the corner. Jun's handled that. Oh no, just caught the points that went in. That's where these pockets seem to play the tightest. If you catch the points when you're going into a direct shot into the pocket, they generally reject the ball. Left the shot on. So Des is playing us with a plain ball, a bit of top. Yeah, he had top on it. Yeah, come back for a nice shot in the corner pocket. So assuming Adam gets this, which I'm pretty sure he will. Yep. It's like Jun and Darwin are losing their grip on the match. Their 5-1 lead they had at one stage has been whittled away to a 5-4 lead. And this is sort of how Des and Adam won their previous match against Mike and Waddy. Mike and Waddy were quite a large amount up. They were like 6-2 up and cruising, to be honest. And then the pressure of getting the last frame actually got to them, and yeah, Des and Adam managed to get back into the match. So Jun with a really solid break, nice spread of the balls, got a shot on the 2. This is exactly what they want to get back into things. Nice open layout. Five balls right over that corner pocket, so you can play the 3 into it quite comfortably and maintain position on the 3. So once this is potted and you've got a shot on the 3, which you have, Jun and Darwin are firm favourites to run this rack out. Yeah, nicely dealt with. Only problem here for this one is shape from the 4 to the 6. The 7 obviously goes past the 9 ball into the corner pocket once the 4's gone. Yeah, left pretty good angle. He's got 2 options here. He can probably try and slide past the right hand side of a 6 with a bit of bottom on the right hand side, or just roll it with a wee bit of side to come between the 7 and 6, which he's chosen. Did not want to connect it, but I don't think it's caused him too much of a problem. You probably cut that into the centre pocket and let the white ball travel 2 rails behind the 7 and 9. You don't want to hit this too soft, you need the white ball to travel. Just quickly change angles so you can see what he's presented with. So it actually looks a wee bit tighter when you see it from this camera angle, but that's what he's looking at. He's just wandered around to check the angle into the centre pocket. So if he's taking the pot on, you have to hit this firmly enough to get the white ball to travel around 3 rails, and where he just had his cue pointed there was where he expects the white ball to contact the side rail. You can't hit this too soft or you just don't end up with a shot in the 7 basically. Jun's either convincing him to go for it or giving him some other options. I can't hear what they're saying. Or is he lining up? No, he's definitely taking the cut on. Nice bit of spin. Oh, missed the pot. Had a pretty good white ball though. The white ball definitely took the path he wanted to. So Adam has a thin slice sort of down the rail, which sort of leads naturally to position for his next shot. The worst thing that can happen here is he traps himself behind the 8, but I'm pretty sure he'll hit this firmly enough to avoid that happening. He has, but he's just got the pot. Good pocket pace, which makes the pocket play a lot larger than what it really is. Okay, it looks like Adam's explaining something he thinks is really obvious to Des, but let's guess Des going to do. Yep. Adam's choice, central corner pocket. This is probably corner pocket, to be fair. No, chose to take it into the side. And good shot in the 9. So hill, assuming he gets this, which I'm pretty sure he will. Okay. I'm going to imagine now Jun and Darwin have had their confidence shattered a wee bit. They've both wandered off to take a wee bit of a timeout from the table, and Des and Adam are keen to get on with it. They're getting a bit of a run going. So, okay, we'll let the boys have their wee timeout and we'll be back soon. So Darwin's back. We're just waiting for John to get back to the table. He's probably gone to the toilet to shake some demons off and that sort of thing and come back nice and refreshed. You got... Yep, Des is just going to waiting for Darwin to get back. So Darwin's just gone in search of John. They can't be too far away. There he is. Just wandered back in the view. You can just see him there in the bottom right hand corner of the picture. And that's Darwin just standing next to him. Okay, oh, so Adam's going to take a break. Surprises me since Des has been breaking so well. And to be fair, Adam didn't really give that the one ball a chance to go in the centre pocket. He hit that quite square, which is sort of not the preferred break when you're racking with the 9 ball on the spot and breaking from the box. To be fair, I think it's quite an odd decision to, especially since Des, as I said, have been hitting the break so effectively. So John is definitely going to kick this in. Got nowhere near it. Unfortunately hit the 6 on the way through, so ball in hand in a very open layout. Which is, yeah, John had the opportunity to push there, which I think would be a much better option. Yes, if he got the pot position, sort of was natural, but it was a tester. And he sort of, to me, rushed into it a wee bit. We should have actually given a bit more thought and a bit more time over that. Which is definitely what Des and Adam will be doing for this rack, because they want to clear it. And it's definitely there to be cleared. There's no problem balls in this rack whatsoever. Nicely done. Dodged all the traffic. A wee bit straight in the 3 if I want to be overly critical, but he's still got a touch of angle to get back out. He can just choose to come back and shoot the long 4 up into the corner pocket, or he could put top on this and a bit of left hand side, try and swing round back to the middle of the table. Adam's told him what he wants. Draw the ball back, side rail, and just end up, you couldn't put that better with your hand. That's a great shot. Not only has he left that eminently potable for Adam, he's also left the right angle to let the white ball slide across the table for a shot in the 5 in the corner pocket, bottom left. Yep, exactly what Adam's done. Dead straight on the 5, or a wee bit of angle, so obviously there's what Adam wants next. Wants to be underneath this ball slightly to give himself the angle to get the white ball travelling up towards the 7. Too much. Wee bit too much, so I think Adam will still take the shot in the corner on, but the white ball will definitely be travelling around those points where Des was just putting his cue. So let's see if Adam can replicate that. No, still an effective shot, but yeah, nowhere near what Des was pointing out. And to be fair, I don't think Adam was actually trying to do what Des wanted. He actually chose to do it his own way. Yep, nicely struck. And this is really what I think a lot of snooker players would call a stun run. So he'll hit this fairly... No, he just rolled it in. I thought Adam's snooker background there might have forced him to take a stun run on there, but he hasn't chosen to. Still got good result. And from facing a large deficit, Adam and Des have got it to the hill first. And I think our Filipino boys are a bit rattled at the moment. They need something to go right for them. Nothing would settle their nerves better than a nice quick break and run. Okay, he's got the 1 ball in the side pocket. Not sure if that 2's available or not. I don't think Jun can see this 2. No, so he's looking at... Is he pushing? Oh, yeah, I think he wants to push over a bit further than that. Ah, yeah. Cool, so he's played the push out shot. It's Adam's choice whether he takes this on or hands it back to Jun. So generally you want to take it on. You want to make something happen. You don't want to pass it back to your opponent. Generally the opponents put the white there for a reason. They're quite confident about playing a return shot. So it looks he's probably taking the pot on. Very lucky he didn't scratch there. And I don't think he did take the pot on. He played safety. And safety, I think, is what Darwin's looking at here. If he can get that white ball behind the 4 and 5 and he's achieved it, that's a brilliant shot. Adair's just mapping out a shot off a couple of rails to try and come in behind the 2. I think the path is there. I don't think you'll go directly at the 2. You'll probably contact the 2 off the end rail. They're looking at different options now. I think Adam's actually saying go directly at the end rail with a bit of swerve and try and spin off 1 rail to hit the 2, which is what I think they've actually decided to do. So here he's actually doing a couple of things. He's trying to masse around the 5, hit the gap between... Well, he's got nowhere near it. I think I prefer that Des's first approach there. So, looks like the boys are going to be back in another snooker after this, which means Jun and Darwin are looking at the 3 foul way of winning this frame by fouling Des and Adam 3 consecutive times, and which is loss of match or loss of frame in a game of 9 ball. So just stop shot here. Send the 2 up towards the end rail. Sort of the problem here is the path the 2 took is the path the white ball has to take to get to it. So Adam knows there's a pathway there to get to it. Just has to make sure the white doesn't slide off the rail. Now, handled that nicely. And got sort of a return safety. Yeah, Jun could have played a better safety than that. He needed to kind of snug the white ball up tight in behind the 8. So he left the same path that the 2 took when he played the shot. And Darwin can see the edge of this. He may be taking the pot on, which he definitely was, and he's got it. That's an awesome pot. Does it come with shape? You're not going to complain. And that's a delicious shot. He's handled it exceptionally well. The real issue they have to deal here is where that 6 ball lies. It sort of lies okay for a 6-8 plant into the corner pocket. You sort of need to be making that decision now. You don't want to have to work it out off the 5 ball. You want to sort of plan to get nicely on it now. And all they've really got here is they just draw back towards it. There's not much else they can do. For that plant to be available, they needed the white ball central to the table, and they're just not going to be able to get there from here, I don't think. Not without a lot of unnecessary effort. Which looks like they've just got the rest out. Okay, yeah, he's just drawing straight back. He's kind of got into that too much, I think. I'd be very surprised if Darwin takes this pot on. Jun just won't let him. So looks like he is. Yeah, to me that was a pretty bad call. There's a lot that could go wrong with that shot and not a lot that would go right. So he's left the shot. And, you know, to be fair, it's one you expect to get on these tables. And he's missed it too. So obviously being on the hill and close to the end of the match is making these guys a wee bit nervy. That's not as nice as what it looks into the centre pocket. Definitely may still choose to take it on, because there's a lot of his just natural position after this pots, which he has. He's got it. Would have rather be dead straight behind that ball, but he's quite happy with where it is. We'll just switch back to their other angle. Yep, handled nicely, and just wants to maintain shape for a shot in the 9 ball in the bottom left hand pocket. So just a wee bit of bottom, perhaps a wee bit of left hand side, just to pop the white ball back. Not too hard, which he sort of has done, but he's still okay. In fact, that's almost perfect. Every 9 ball player wants to shoot from the middle of a table. You can't ask for much more than that. And we have a hill match. It's definitely restored some of the confidence of our Filipino boys. They're just having a quick shake of the hands, and best of luck to everybody. And we're into the final rack. And it looks like Des has grabbed the break cue back off Adam. Just have a quick search for the template. Yep, found that in the opposite table. So our final match will commence sort of 5 minutes after the completion of this one. The guys in the final match have been waiting a while, so they're quite keen to get back in the table. They're actually just, you can't quite see on camera, but they're just sitting on a spare table now having a wee hit, warming up. Okay. Okay, Des hasn't got the 1 on the side. Hasn't really left a shot on. The 5 ball's a wee bit messy where it is, and obviously the 1 and the 2 don't lead to an easy start to the rack, so there's going to be a wee bit of tactical play to begin with. May possibly be looking at planting or caroming the 2 into... No, sorry, I was dreaming. Just playing safe. And hasn't quite got there. And has left a pretty good return safety. White ball coming back to roughly where it's sitting at the moment. Yeah, handled nicely. Okay, that's the first telling blow of this hill match. A nice smooth cueing required. Just drop that one ball into the corner pocket, which he's achieved. He's hit it firmly for my liking, but I don't think that 2 goes past the 4. Let's have a quick look on the other angle. Oh, it does. With that angle it flies past. Getting to the 3s means he's going to have to hit it fairly firmly. Yeah, okay, it didn't fly past, it collected it on the way through. And he's somewhat got in the way of that. They may be looking at the gap between the 4 and the 5 here, thinking they can get the white ball through it. And it tells me they're not. They're looking at the angle off the rail. It's probably not super critical they don't foul here. With a couple of balls in horrible places, it's not the easiest run out in the world, but they would definitely rather not give up a ball in hand. And to be fair, if you hit this 2, you're potting it, so you want to hit it at some pace. And okay, I won't say they're going to lose because of that foul. The 4 and 5 still require a wee bit of work and some travel to get to the 3, so there's still a number of things that can go wrong here. Okay, that's the first part of the puzzle completed and done fairly well. Probably didn't want the white ball sitting on the rail, but he's still got a good shot at the 3. It's getting a shot in the 5 here, I think, is going to be the major issue. And with the angle that's been left here, I think, and you can see where Adam's putting his fingers, he's looking at popping the 5 off the rail with this shot, which I think is sort of a logical choice here, although, trying to move the ball you want to pot next is always error prone. He's missed. And left a bit of a tester. Again, it's a shot which readily goes on 9-foot tables, so you would expect Adam to pot this. Yep, just managed to slide it in. So it looks like Adam's telling Diaz to drop in behind the 7 for a shot in the bottom left-hand corner, where he's is he left? I think he's left that hooked. Yep, that shot's not available now, so as usually happens in hill matches, you always get a wee bit of a stumbling block in the middle of them. To me, the shot bringing the white ball back down to the end of the table for the 7 inside probably looked a bit better. Hasn't hit that hard enough, that's going to lay up. Okay, for the first time in this match we have advantage to somebody. I don't think the cueing's too bad. The 8's not really blocking the cue line, so he'll be stunning this around the rails. This will go bottom rail, side rail, and back into that, towards that right hand top corner pocket. That's not the way I thought he'd play it, but it's worked really well. He used the opposite side on there to check it up off that end rail, and it got a pretty good result with a wee bit flat on the 8 ball. You may just decide to drop in behind the 9 for the long shot in the corner pocket, or you might try and do a bit more with the white ball. I think Jin's telling him, just drop me in behind the 9, I'm good for this. Yeah, that's not bad. Cue ball's away from the rail, which makes cueing a lot easier. It's probably got a... No, I think Jin can handle this. This is a sort of shot where you hit this at the right pace. These pockets play very friendly. And he's dealt with that quite well. Slot of a 9, and that's our Filipino boys into the final. Congratulations, guys, and commiserations to Des and Adam, who finished 3rd in this tournament. Rightio, we're going to have a 5-minute break, and we'll be back to give you guys the final. Okay, time for our final. Please share this post, get as many people watching as possible, it'd be great. We have 3 at the moment, it'd be nice to get a few more. Okay, we've got a final here. This final is a race to 9. You have Adam Shaw and Brent Ogg, and Jun Carrion and Darwin Dooley. They haven't lagged yet. See, the table's just set up for the leg to decide who gets the break, so they won't be far away. Oh yeah, Brent's wandered up to the table. Darwin's going to take the leg with him. They're busy eyeing each other up for the beginning of the match. Okay, Brent might have hit this a wee bit firm. Yeah, looks like Darwin's got the leg. So our Filipino boys will break first. And a race to 9 alternate break. And these guys have decided to keep it alternate all the way through the match, so it'll be alternate people breaking. You won't see the same person breaking twice. And I would imagine you're going to get an alternate approach to the table between frames as well. We just had a wee discussion before the final started. They wanted to play it this way, so we've accommodated their choice. Okay, dry on the break, and it's left Adam a shot. Adam's been in Christchurch a few years now. He plays all forms of the game. He became runner-up in the New Zealand Open Snooker at the end of last year. He recently won our 9-ball comp here. We had a couple last week, I think, actually, to be fair. Yeah, he ended up winning that. He plays great. He's a few years ago, he's won one of the Great Britain 9-board tour stops, which had players of the likes of Darren Appleton and Daryl Peach and Mark Gray and people like that in it, so he took that out. Very, very good on any form of the game he plays, but seems to have a wee bit of a passion for this game, and it's good to see him in here and playing, and he's looking at doing a few of the major tournaments this year. His partner Brent Ogg is sort of considered our house pro here at Paul Canterbury. He spends a lot of time in the room. He's one of our go-to people for getting things done here. He loves 9-ball, has played it for years. So these two have actually gone really, really well today. They got themselves into the final. They haven't lost their life yet. Obviously in the final you concede to life you still have. This is a sudden death final. So he's left here with a wee bit of a problem on how to get back to the 5 with a reasonable shot. I think the shot they probably were looking at was a 5-ball onto the 8, but with the angle he's been left with here on the 4, it may not be easy to get to. Yeah, and he's actually conceded the pot, missed the pot because of a difficulty on maintaining shape. So, but he has sort of nudged that 5 into a semi-awkward position. There's a carom to pot the 8-ball which is available, and Jun could also possibly try and bring the white ball back the same path as what Brent tried to, for a shot on the 8-ball, on the 5 directly into the 8. So it really is, it just depends here what Jun feels comfortable doing, and obviously it's Darwin's next shot, so Darwin would have had some input on where he wants the white ball, and I'm pretty sure he didn't want it there. Oh, he's missed it altogether. Good lord, I didn't. Oh wow, To be fair, Darwin was standing in my line of a shot, so I didn't see that. I wasn't looking at the camera view, I was looking at the window directly at the table. So, right, so all their problems now fall to Adam and Brent. And again, they've just got to pick how they want to deal with that 5 and 8. And I think what Brent is asking, Brent wants the white ball in behind the 5, looking at playing the 5 into the 8, leaving the 5 over the pocket for a shot in the 5 next. And this obviously is after they pop the 4. Ooh, not sure that's what Brent was after, but that works equally well. Now you carry him off the 5 to pot the 8 and the 5 in the bottom right hand corner, which Brent's achieved. Yeah, Adams cued that nicely, played across the table, so Brent will probably try and just drop the white ball in behind the 7 for a shot into that long corner pocket on the right hand side. Nah, sort of deaccelerated on that, which is always a problem when you're trying to hold the white ball and maintain shape behind the ball. So if these boys want to play aggressively here, they just take the bank on, knowing the 7's available into the side pocket, or they try and play safe, which will be bringing a 6 back across this side of the table and white ball up the other end. It looks like Darwin's lined up the bank. May still have got this. Yep. Very, very fortunate. Sort of like, I'm sure its fortune favours the brave in some respect. So Jim's got a wee bit of a tester here. This is by no means an easy pot with the white ball sitting on the rail. His tighter pockets here have kept the ball out, so he's left Adam with a fairly easy finish here. You could draw directly back in behind the 9, or you could try and use the side rail. You could play top and come off the end rail. You've got plenty of options here. I think he's coming off the side rail. No, he's avoided the rails altogether and dropped Brent in perfect position behind the 9. Yep. Okay, it's Brent and Adam off to a good start, and they have the break next. Okay, Darwin's just got away of that to a wee bit. That 2-8 combination doesn't lie very nice. The 4 ball's sort of in the road. Just quickly change the camera angle so you get a sort of a a different view at it. May still choose to take it on, or may play safe. Safe by the looks of it. Just trying to drop 2 in behind the 8. He's handled that quite well. I imagine it's going to get quite tactical here. They're just probably going to try and tap into this, push 2 ball to the side rail behind the 4. Yep. So this is probably going to, the same sort of shot's going to apply here. It's going to get to the point where all the balls are kind of jammed up together. Yeah, and it's putting a bit of left hand side on that just to kind of help it. You can't really see from the other angle, so I've left it on this one. Has he connected the rail after that? Looks like he has. I'll just quickly change the angle. So one more good safety. He needs to get the 2 ball out of there and leave the white tucked in behind the 8. Which is what he's done. The white ball connected the side rail, so he's made contact with the rail to make it a legal shot. Brent's choices here now. You can get the jump cue out, have a jump at it, or probably come off a couple of rails behind the 6 ball. And he's off to get the jump cue by the looks of it. Okay, Brent's quite proficient with the jump cue. He's put a number of hours of practice into it, so even though it's quite close to the 8, I see no problem with clearing this ball. Yeah. Hasn't really come off for him. He hasn't kept it safe, or he's left the pot on. Got to do some work to the white if he wants to get a shot on the 4 after this. You may choose to bank this across the table into the left hand corner pocket. Looks like Jun's taking it into the right hand corner. A bit of bottom. He's played that beautifully. Lost the white ball a bit there. Didn't want to be there, that's for sure. Would much rather be in the middle of the table, but Jun's still got a pretty good shot on this, and the angle, if there is any angle, might be a bit straight. He's drawing back into the side rail by the looks of it. Yeah, it's going to draw the ball back to the side rail where he's cueing from, and rebound back to... Yeah, that hasn't come off well for him. Ended up jumping the white ball basically, hit it too hard, too firm. It's always difficult when you're queuing off the rail like that, so Darwin's posed a wee bit of a tester here. Just needs to make his mind up. Does he go for it, or does he play safe? If he does go for it, I think the 9 ball will hold the white for a shot on the 8. No, it didn't really. Mind you, it didn't get the pot either, so... Doesn't to me look like the 7 ball goes past the 9 into the corner. And the shot into the centre pocket is fairly difficult. So Adam's taking his time over this, just deciding what he wants to do. I think if you're going to be aggressive here, you're probably looking at putting the 7 into the right hand bottom corner pocket. knowing that you're going to leave a shot in the 8 should you get the 7. Let's see what he's lined up. Maybe taking that on actually. Yeah, he has. And he's got it. And got shape on the 8. So yeah, great shot at him. Yep. Okay, Adam and Brent off to an early lead, 2-0. You guys can excuse me for a sec, I'm just going to duck away to the bar, get a drink, so I won't be too far away. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Darwin and Jun and Brent and Adam. Okay, back again. So Adam and Brent are on their way for another clearance. Something you will notice about Adam is that he is to my way of thinking, an effortless pool player. Just plays good position, doesn't have to work too hard. He sort of plays this game exceptionally well. We've got 6 viewers at the moment. It's good. Numbers are coming up. Not huge, but yeah. If you've got some contacts or text a few people, let people know this is on, they can watch it. Yeah, a nice wee shot. 8 ball in the corner pocket. Just pop the white ball off the rail for a shot in the 9 on the opposite corner. He may decide to come across the table, which he has. Ooh, only just got there. Only just got there. Making Adam stretch a wee bit. See, normally Adam won't leave himself shots like this, but he's got to deal with what he's left with by his partner. And it's good that he's sort of taken his time a wee bit to sort out exactly how he wants to cue this. Those are the shortest shots that can go wrong if you attack them too quickly and don't give them due care and attention, but he's got it. So they're 3-0 up. Off to a good start in this final. And I think it's their break. So Adams racked the ball, so he'll probably come back to the table with a break cue. Yep. And again, Adam will be looking at putting the 1 ball into the right hand side pocket. Yep. He's probably quite, well, Jun and Darwin are probably quite thankful that 6 ball is rolled in front of the 9. There was a chance for a carom off for 2 into the 9 here, but 6 has prevented, I think, that opportunity. They may still take it on, of course, but okay, there's lots of pointing at the rail here going on. I'm not really sure what they're pointing at actually. We'll see what they decide to do. I still like the carom into the 9. Yeah, if that 6 ball wasn't there, that 9 was going. But they have got some distance between the 2 and the white ball. So we'll see whether these boys want to take anything aggressive on, maybe banking the 2 back at the 9 and 6, or banking the 2 into the other corner pocket, or playing safe. Probably safety's the best call right here. And it's the call he's made. And has got a full ball snooker by the looks of it. So I imagine Adam in this case will be coming to the table with his jump cue. Yep. No. Is it a jump cue he's holding? It is a jump cue he's holding. Yeah. Right. With the first real good opportunities on in the Filipino boys' court. So cut the 2 into the side. Just managed to make it slide in, and just managed to keep the white ball out of a corner pocket. But nevertheless, Darwin's got a shot and nice angle to get to the 4, and he's made an absolute mess of it. Yep. They're still smiling at each other, but yeah, I mean, yeah, no excuse for missing that one. So the real issue here is how you deal with that 6-9. The 6 is potable. You just have to get the white ball down there to get a shot in it. You don't have access to the whole ball, but it's right over the pocket, so it's very potable. Yeah, just moving the template because it's sitting right under his eye line. Just maybe one rail or two rails back for a shot in the 6. Yeah, gone 2 rails. We didn't want to run into the 7, but he's probably pushed 7 to an easier place to get position on now. Yeah, Brent's got a bit fortunate there. He could have easily rolled behind that 8. Okay. Yeah, just looking at the line of a shot. These are shots that are readily available in his table, so it just takes a good bit of cueing, and which is no, whoa, you don't get much closer than that. Pretty fortunate for that ball to drop. If you hit it any harder, it wouldn't have. So up to a 4-0 lead, and that starts to weigh on the shoulders of your opposition. They just are getting to this point, they're quite desperate to get their first frame on the board, and of course that makes it even more difficult to do. Just to let you guys know, the prizes out here, we are paying $500 to the winner. There was a guaranteed $500 in this event. Runner-up get $150, and our third place getters, which were Diaz and Adam, walked away with $80. So basically got their money back effectively. It was $40 per player to enter. I'd like to also quickly thank our sponsor, which is Blair Lazenby of BDL Knives. He's put his name to this tournament and helped out in its running, and sponsored some money up for the final, which is really good to see. Pretty sure he's going for the pot there, so he's missed that by quite a large margin, which is unusual for Adam. He usually threatens the pocket with just about every shot. Ooh, it's just slid in. Pockets always seem to play a bit smaller when you're 4-0 behind. It's made it quite difficult for Darwin to get that white ball back towards the 3. The 8 ball sort of blocking his natural path to do it. He might try and just bully the white ball through the 8. Unfortunately, he's really thrown a cue at that. Hasn't left Brent anything easy. The white ball being on the rail really hampers your cueing. And obviously shots from this angle into the centres have to be extremely accurate if you want them to go. And the white ball won't be rolling into particularly nice shape for the 3, so sort of to me looks like Adam's recommending going the safety option, which is you're playing the 2 into the side rail just above the middle pocket, so he may not be going for a pot here. Yep, that's what he's done. Pretty good pace, and the 8 and 9 have, yep, come to his help. Just looking at going at this one rail. I think he's going to hit it quite firmly, hoping to get the 9 moving, which he hasn't achieved, but okay, again he's left nothing really easy. The 2 is potable, obviously up into that corner pocket where the 6 is, but the position to the 3 is what the real issue is here. Yep. This often happens, you sacrifice the pot trying to get the shape you want. That's certainly going to help Darwin any. Needed a good lock-up safety there. He's missed a couple of pots and now he's missed a safety. That sort of stuff stays in your head for a while. So hopefully they can get a few frames on the board and shake it. Yeah, that was a tough ask, hitting him that slowly. It may have hit something on the cloth and rolled off a wee bit, but I would have expected Brent to hit that. Obviously hit it slowly to try and maintain shape on the 3, which made the pot a lot more difficult than what it really was. So yeah, Jun just playing a stop shot here by the looks of it. Again, playing the white ball out off the side rail into the middle of a table for a shot on the 4, I would imagine, into the same pocket. To be fair, Jun probably wanted that ball to roll through maybe another ball's width, but should still be okay here. Okay, yep. So I read that shot slightly wrong. He's managed to stay for a shot in the centre. Jun's choice here. He can make the white ball do a lot of travelling, or just, which he's chosen to do, and done so pretty effectively. He's got angle on the 5. Should be able to punch into the side rail for a shot in the 6 in the same corner, or just roll through. He's chosen to roll through. Pretty good shot in the 6. 7's available. Doesn't have to do too much to get on it. So yeah, this is the last, hopefully for these guys, the last shot of any real... Oh, was he scratched? He's scratched. It's careless, I'm afraid. It's unfortunately gifted Adam and Brent a fairly easy run out. Yep. Stop, stop, stop. Easy, easy finish. And it just adds to the pressure that Jun and Darwin are feeling at the moment. Okay, looks like Brent's coming up the break. This particular guys, we're racking here with the 9 ball on the spot and breaking from within the box on the head string. So I think you can see on the stream there are some lightly shaded areas close to where the head string would be. That's the marks left by the break. So that's where the boys have to break from within those two lighter areas between the 2 second diamonds on the side rail. Okay, Brent's after the 1 ball on the left hand side. Which he gets nicely. Unfortunately the 2 hasn't come to his aid. Adam's going to be pushing here, I think, or possibly kicking off the bottom rail if he wants to try and lay a safety after this. I think the push is probably a better option here. Brent just removing the template, getting it out of his road. It might tell us there's a path between the 5 and 9 to the 2. I'm looking through the window here, so I've got a pretty good view of the table, and no, he's going to... I'm not sure what he's going to do. He's looking at a few options here, so it looks like he's called push. Okay, he's actually, yeah, interesting decision. He's pushed out to a full ball snooker, but he's pushed out to a position where now the kick off the end rail is easily available. So he'll be looking at getting the kick and leaving the white ball in behind the 3 and 7. Yeah. Not exactly what he wanted, but he won't be unhappy with that. Assuming Jun doesn't pot it. Quite a clever push out that. Oh, I'm actually surprised they put him back in. No, he did leave it available. Jun's avoided the side pocket. And as always happens when you're 5-0 down, gets the worst roll in the world. Possibly still potable. Side rail with right hand English. Come off the side rail and basically kick the 3 ball into the into the corner pocket. Needs to be careful about the scratch in the other corner pocket when the white ball comes off this 3. He's managed it quite well. Another bad roll. It's connecting the 5. So, yep. Jun, patient as always, plays the right shot. Safety. Yep. He's just tried to return the safety there using the 7 and 9 as blockers, or I think he's landed in between. So Darwin can see the 4 ball. Just quickly change angle so you guys can see what Darwin's looking at. Yeah, easy shot on the 4. Not easy pot, but an easy hit on the 4. May choose to bank this in. No, just played safety. Got the 1 ball behind the 8. Really lucky he didn't scratch there. But left at him something tricky from distance. Just having a word with Brent about what he thinks is available and what isn't. I think this is basically again leaving the white ball behind the 7, 9 and 5 and bringing the 4 back up the tape. No, he's gone side to side again as well. And hasn't left the path to the 4 ball now. I'm not sure Jun can see the edge of that. He may have to kick at it. Yep. Kick achieved. Unfortunately he's left a shot on now. It's always a problem when you're kicking a ball into open areas of a table. Your chances of getting a safety are fairly slim. Okay, another tight safety. Could have got the white ball, tighter to the 6, which takes away a lot of options in trying to hit this 4. So Darwin's going 3 rails at it. Collected the 7. Didn't really take much time to line that up. He kind of got into it pretty quickly. And has left a fairly open table here. So yeah, nice shape on the 5, on the 6 is sort of required. You want to be fairly straight on the 6, I think, so just take this shot to the side, screw back to the side rail. Probably wants to leave a wee bit of angle on the 6 so you can bring the white ball off the rail so you're not shooting from the rail when you're shooting the 7 ball. So they're just mapping out all their shots that they're going to be taking. Yep, it looks pretty good. So just basically pop the 6 into the corner pocket, bring the white ball off the rail by that much, and that's perfect. Yep, back to the centre of the table. So Adam will probably play this back through the centre of the table, so we will just put his hand on the table, is probably where he's looking at putting the white ball. That's pretty much where he's put it. If you want to be really critical, you don't want to be on the rail. It makes the shot missable. But yeah, these guys are 5-0 up. The pockets are looking like buckets at the moment. Yep, and now they're 6-0 up. The pressure just keeps on getting worse and worse for John and Darwin. They need a few things to go right for them, and they need it in a hurry. Check of the rack. Okay, John prefers to break from the other side of a table. Yeah, he's contacted that much too full, which is why the one ball went nowhere near that side pocket. He's got a ball down, but no easy shot on the one. Good safety by Darwin, containing safety, but left no real attacking shot on. So either Brent or Adam comes to the table. It's Adam. So he wants to have a go at it. When you're 6-0 up, you're allowed to take a few liberties. Wow. What a great shot. And punished for it. That's unfortunate. A great pot like that. Unfortunately, when you put that much effort into the pot, you can't always guarantee the white ball's going to end up where you want it to end up. So yeah, good kick by Brent. We didn't want the balls to connect each other, so it's left the boys a chance again to get on the board, which they need to do. It's not the shot you want to start with, but it's what you've been left with, so you've got to take it on. Of course, Adam and Brent have got the freedom to probably have a go at a few things they may not have 4 or 5 frames ago. Yeah, that's been hit beautifully. In the heart of the pocket, great position. Brent plays this into the left hand bottom corner and just brings the white ball into the side rail and back out again. Yeah, they both sort of agreed on the same line there. He's missed the pot. Walking away from the table with a smile on his face, but yeah, if it was 6-all, he wouldn't be. Right. Everything's difficult right now for these boys. Nothing's been going right for them. They've been at the end of a couple of bad rolls. Fortunately, that just slid into the pocket for Darwin, so he's left John pretty good shape on the 5. Just checking this pathway back. This white ball's going to be heading towards the 7 and the 8. So he wants to preferably avoid them if he can. She managed to do, but at the sacrifice of the pot. So Adam's sort of got the same issues to deal with here. That white ball's coming back assuming he doesn't try and manipulate it any other way, but the natural part of the white ball will bring it back towards the 7 and 8. So he definitely wants to avoid them if possible. And he hasn't managed to avoid them. It was always a problem. That's the problem that cost Jun the shot previously, just trying to manage to shape through those balls. But he's left Brent a fairly easy kick off the bottom rail. You sort of have to watch you don't connect this in such a way that the white ball scratches in the corner. You want to kick the 6 into the side rail and back up to the end rail. Which is what he's done, but firm. It's brought the 6 back into play, but definitely got the white ball to do what he wanted it to do. Hasn't left anything easy. Oh, lovely shot. Lovely shot. That'll do the confidence no end of good. They need to convert this to a win now. Yeah, Jun's just had a look at the table. He knows he's stretching, reaching at this, so he's just got a wee extension for his cue. Okay, that's going to give him another 6 inches of reach on the table without stretching too far. And again, just wants to pot this, bring the white ball back into the centre of the table. If anything, a wee bit to the right hand side of the 8 ball, which he's overdone that. Still left a shot on, but a more difficult shot than what he wanted to leave Darwin. So take your time, Darwin. Give this due care and attention. It's still eminently potable. And the white ball probably around the 3 rails to come back towards the 9. Yeah, he's giving himself a bit of time. Sort of slid into that. Sometimes doesn't help. Ah, hit it nicely. Where's the white ball going? Yep. Awesome. Awesome shot. Okay, it's taken a long time coming, but our Filipino boys are on the board. They trail Brent and Adam 6-1. Pretty solid break by Adam. He's maintained the shot in the 2. 1 ball deposited in the side pocket where it belongs. Brent's a wee bit straight on this, but can probably force through it and just bring the white off the side rail for a shot in 3 in the same pocket. Oh no, butchered that. Yeah, he won't be happy with himself for that. Knew he had to hit it a bit firmer to get the white ball to ping off the side rail, and he already sacrificed his accuracy on the pot in doing that. So, jump cue out, is it? Yep, jumping over the 8. Got a good hit. And, oh, is it a, no. And the boys still ain't getting the rolls. Either one of those 2, the 3 or 7, could have dropped in the corner pocket by chance, but chose not to. So the 7 ball going close to that corner pocket hasn't really caused too many problems. The 4 will plant it in. The 4 may even slide past the 7 into the pocket. It just depends where they lay and what shape they want to play for. The 3's quite available. Adam's just making sure he's tucking his bits in so he doesn't foul. Yeah, all his bits in. Yeah, so it looks like they are looking at playing that 4 into that corner pocket. Oh, I've still got the angle wrong. Damn. Sorry, I forgot to shift it back a while ago. So just floating into this. Yep, good shape. I'm going to pick. They're going to try and put the 4 in beside the 7. Adam's just having a quick look. I think he just checked how big that gap is. Unless I'm actually right at the table, it's hard to pick this. Actually looking at the picture on the stream, it's like 50-50. You may actually look at the plant here. I think he's just lining that plant up. So if he is taking the plant on, the issue here is maintaining a shot on the 4 after you achieve the plant. And his favour is on the right side of a shot, really. So, he's got them both. I think there's a shot in the 5 there. He definitely didn't want them both to go in, that's for sure. You never do. So I think Brent will be taking the shot to the corner on here. No, locked aside. Probably took the side so he could hold the white ball for a shot in the 6. That 6 may not have been available if he'd shot to the corner. But he's missed it and left a shot for Jun. And Jun's sort of got natural shape to come around 2 rails and line up behind the 6 into that corner pocket. As long as he hasn't hit this too hard and ends up behind the 8. But no, he's got away with it. Hey, Darwin just needs to float this in, which will leave John angle on the 8 to give Darwin a decent shot in the 9. Yep, I imagine Jun will go forward here with left hand side, end rail, side rail, and just float in the shape for a nice shot in the 9. Okay, that will be calming the nerves of our 2 Filipino players. And a couple of frames on the board, capitalise on a couple of mistakes by their opponents. So they probably feel like they've got a footstep into this match. Okay, I think either Brent or Adam have just taken a quick bathroom break. It looks like it's Adam that's wandered away, so they'll just wait until they break. Wait for Adam to return to the table. Yep, he's back. See him walk under the screen. Here we go. So Darwin breaking. Darwin prefers the full-on break. He's not really going for the 1 ball in the side. He's hitting the rack square, hoping for some other balls to go in. Doesn't appear to have happened for him. And he's left the shot in the 1 to the corner pocket. Adam will probably roll through this and try and run into the 4 to hold the white for a shot in the 2 up in the other corner pocket. Or Brent. No, Brent will. Brent's taking the shot on. Yeah, sort of queuing centre ball. It's got a wee bit of right hand side on the shot. Yeah, nicely done. Nicely done. Imagine to be putting a wee bit of bottom on this Three's the next shot, so he needs to get behind a 3 to make it potable, which he's achieved. Not easy by any means, but available. We've got to kind of pull back the reins and decide whether you want to keep on going aggressively or you wish to play something more defensive. I don't know if Adam just suggested to take the bank on from here. I'm not sure the bank's easy from where the balls lay. No. You may be able to cross the white ball, cross it past the path of the 3 as it goes back to the centre pocket, and that may be what he's looking at. Nope, just looking at the cut on the corner. And it looked like that 3 dived out a wee bit just as it come down to the end there. It wasn't travelling at any great pace, so could have run into something sitting on the cloth. Yeah, a nice bang. Oh, he's scratched. That's really unfortunate. I dare to say it may cost them the frame. There's the 8. Well, still some work to do. He's come back to the middle of the table. Brent will take this shot on, send the white ball around 2 rails, end rail, side rail, to end up in the line of a 6. It's missed the pot. And got safe. I thought Darwin was going to rush into a shot there. Fortunately, he's taken the time to come around and look at where everything needs to be. Not something you'd probably take a jump shot at. You'd risk setting the white ball off the table after it contacts the 5. So he's kicking this off the bottom rail, it appears. He's a bit, yep, connected. He's at that. Fortunately, just a wee bit pacey. It's come off the end rail and left the pot on. And he's putting a wee bit of right hand side in the shot. I don't think he took the pot on there. That was just pure safety. And again, I'm not sure if Jun took that pot on either. I think he did actually, to be fair. Missed it by a large margin. Pretty sure this will be safety again. To be fair, a risky safety. I thought he might have thinned off the right hand edge of that 5 ball and sent the white back down to where he was sort of shooting from, but pretty sure he's left this on. Yeah, Darwin looks pretty confident. Looks like this is on. So he'll just top. Oh, he's having another look. It must be closer than what we think. But he won't be doing anything particularly special with the white ball here. He'll just be putting a wee bit of top on it. And it'll be coming straight up in a line back towards the centre of the table. Okay, he obviously thinks he's going to hitting it a wee bit thinner than what he would prefer to pot it. Yep. Couldn't have been as on as we thought it was. So it leaves Adam with a bit of a tricky shot here. If he just tries to come off the edge of it, he needs to be careful not to double kiss it when the white ball comes back out off the end rail. Maybe better off just to drop the white ball in behind it off the end rail and just play him behind the 5. Adam seems to have made his mind up. He's coming off the bottom rail by the looks of it. Always missed it altogether and solved the problem by moving the 7 out. Okay, there is a 7-9 plant in the corner pocket. I don't think they'll be even remotely looking at that at this stage. They're just concerned about getting a decent shot on the 6, and they would prefer, I think, to pop the 7 cleanly into the corner pocket. So Jin's gone around the rails to get on the 6, got into pretty nice position. Needs to make sure the 8 ball doesn't mess things up here. Pretty sure there's a path sort of behind the 8 ball if you want to go that way, or you can just choose to take the 8 ball out of the equation altogether and leave a longer shot on the 7. No, managed that nicely. Okay, so Jun should have angle here just to bring the white ball into the right hand side rail and across the table for a fairly straight shot on the 8 in the corner pocket. Yep, pretty happy with that. Just a gentle draw shot. Doesn't want to pull the white ball back too far, just sort of where Jordan's putting his cue sort of thing. The angle will bring the white ball sort of out into the middle of the table a wee bit, so this is why the shot needs to be sort of hit gently. Yeah, perfect. Even better than what Jun wanted. So now the boys have not even got a foothold in the match, they've actually got some momentum going. It's good to see. I don't think Brent and Adam are too worried at this stage. I know things sort of go to and fro a wee bit on the game of pool, and they've still got a massive advantage, but it will be there in the back of their mind that their opponents are starting to get a bit of a better feel on the table and taking advantage of what is left to them. So they'll definitely want to put a stop to it. They want to get another frame on the board and, you know, just keep their confidence where it needs to be. Awesome break by Adam. Yep, shot on the 2 on the side, and I think there's angle which lets the white ball come down the end of the table for a shot on the 3. It's a bit of a tester, obviously shooting into a side pocket, and the white ball's on the rail itself. He may choose to take this into the corner pocket, or he may choose to play safety. I think at this stage of the game they're probably looking at being aggressive. Yep, Adam definitely wants them to shoot it, I think. Okay, caught out, good white ball, excellent white ball, and pretty fortunate where the 2's ended up, so decision justified. Darwin's come straight to the table with his jump cue. He's just, what's he doing? He's just adjusting the length of a jump cue. His jump cue obviously has different options, so needs to get some distance on this. He's got not only to clear the 6 and 9, but he's got to clear the 7 as well, so he's definitely going to have to put a wee bit of power into the shot, which can sacrifice accuracy and means the white ball can end up flying around the table. But it's got a fortunate roll. He's left a pot onto the centre, but he hasn't left easy position to the 3. I think Adam's looking at playing safe here. Draw the white ball back into the 8. Distance on the 2. Yeah, that's sort of worked pretty well. Jun just wants someone to watch the shot while he plays it. He's obviously looking at hitting this at a fair bit of pace. And I imagine he's looking in just a one rail approach to it. One rail off, white ball off the end rail into the 2. And I would imagine getting the 9 ball moving. Oh, that was in the corner pocket all day long until it just kissed the side of the 8, and I can't believe that 9 didn't move at all. So again, Adam's got a couple of issues here. Yes, the 2's potable, but there's a lot of travelling for the white ball. Actually, it's Brent's shot, so Brent's got some issues. There's a lot of travelling here, and the 8 ball's sort of in the natural path of a shot, so he's chosen not to take it on. And probably didn't want the 2 to end up there. He would have preferred the 2 in the middle of the end rail. Darwin's obviously looking at bringing the white ball back. He wants to drop the white ball in behind the 6 and 9, it would appear. So he's pitting us with left hand side. May even, doesn't matter if a 2 goes, the path he's going leads to a sort of two-way shot. If he misses the 2, he snookers. If he pots the 2, he's on the 3. Missed the pot by a large margin. Needed to hit it a lot thinner than that. A, to get the pot, and B, to get the white ball back where he wanted it, so he won't be terribly happy with that. So Adam's taken a wee bit of a liberty there with the difficulty of that shot, but may or may not have got away with that. Let's have a quick look. No, I think that goes in the corner pocket. Jun will be hitting this with, as you can see, right hand side. He wants to turn the ball off that side rail, which he's done, and got a shot in the 3, so yeah, good work, Jun. Great shot. Darwin's got some queuing room here, so he has his options about how he gets on the 6. He can just stun it and punch off the end rail, or he could roll through with a wee bit of left hand side. Chosen to roll through. Yep. Wee bit tricky with the 9 ball. The 9 ball's sort of in the path of where the white's going to go, but you may choose just to let the white roll into the 9 to hold for shape with the 7 ball in the centre pocket. Or you might try and avoid the 9 altogether and play shape for the 7 in the corner pocket. That's what they're looking at now. They're just trying to pick the line off the 7. I think they've got differing opinions on how the shot should be played. Let's see what Jun chooses to do. No, Jun was quite happy using the 9, and I think that was the right choice. So here Darwin just pops us in the centre with a wee bit of stun. Leaves the white ball somewhere in between the 9 and this 8. Don't think he made his mind up there. Didn't hit that very confidently at all. Okay. That's where he wanted the white ball to be, between the 8 and the 9, so it's easy position to the next shot. Just pop this in and pop the 9 ball in. Okay, after briefly stalling for a while, Brent and Adam are back underway. They now lead 7-3 in a race to 9. And it is Jun and Darwin to break. Jun breaking by the looks of it, he's racking the balls up. Generally you'll rack your own balls up if you break. Darwin's missed the one, and Pierce will left it on. Has he got a ball? No. Okay. 2's available after the 1, so Brent will probably just play a stop shot here. Yep. Adam may look at taking this off the side rail as well, so you'll be playing this shot with a bit of top and right hand side. Yep, appears to be how he's queuing. Yep, slid down nicely, doesn't want to end up behind the 4. And he has. Unfortunate. So Brent hasn't really got an easy out here, it's too close to jump. You may be looking at coming off the side rail and going underneath the 4. There is a bit of a gap there. Yeah, he's just measuring up what he has to aim at. Yep, that's what he's going for. That wee gap behind the 4. Yeah, just collected 4 on the way through. Okay, John and Darwin by no means out of this match. They obviously need a few things to go their way. Being alternate break, they're not going to get complete control of the table, but situations like this they need to take advantage of. Everything's in the open. There's no reason not to break and clear this match or run it out. So, yeah, John's given Darwin a pretty good shot in the 4. Doesn't need to do much work for a decent shot in the 5, so everything's in their favour right now. Just got to make sure they don't miss. And that to me wasn't the best shot in the world. Yep. Yeah, I think Darwin's shot there should have been the 4 ball in the corner for a nice, leaving a nice straight shot on the 5, rather than forcing Jun to take on something that's a wee bit extreme. So they're just discussing how they want to get to the 7 ball off the 6 here. Since it's going to be Brent's shot that does it, Brent has some say in where he wants the white ball left. Yeah, pretty nice. Okay, Adam will probably float the white ball across the centre of a table for a shot in the 8 in the same corner. I can't see him trying to hold the white ball here. He'd probably rather let it go. Probably hit it firmly enough to hit the side rail. Just let it float forward a wee bit, which is not ideal. And Brent here may choose to send the white ball on a longer path around the 9 rather than just pot it one rail. I'm not sure whether... No, he still had the one rail. And sometimes trying to hold the white ball, which he didn't really achieve very well anyway, cost you the pot. He might have been better off there just punching it a bit firmer and trying to send it around the other side of a 9-ball to where he ended up. So let's let Darwin and Jun get back into the frame. And he's overhit that really, didn't want to end up there, but he's left a shot for Jun into the side, so I think Jun should be able to handle this quite comfortably. Which he hasn't. He's been somewhat fortunate and not left an easy shot for Adam. Although a couple of racks ago, Adam did take on an extreme cut which required a bit of spin off the end rail, so there's no reason he won't take it on now. Just settling himself, maybe just giving himself time to weigh out all the options he's got. Doesn't have to take the pot on here, he can play safety. I don't think he's too happy with how it lies, so he may still be taking this on. Yep. Definitely took it on. Nowhere near it this time. It's quite a tough shot. You're actually sort of aiming to miss the ball and connect off the end rail as the white ball comes back, so your margin for error is minimal. But he hasn't left much. The bank shot, which leaves a wee bit of safety because you can sort of control the path of the white ball, leave nothing too easy. Oh man, Darwin's really thrown the cue at that. Yep. Okay, Brent mops up. And that seems of a hill first. So now the pressure really ramps up. We saw in the last match, it was on this table. I think Mike and, well, not actually the last match, the match before, Mike and Watty were 6-2 up, I think, on the hill. And yeah, they basically stalled and had some difficulty finishing it out, and they let their opponents come back and actually ultimately win the match. So there's still a possibility that can happen for our Filipino boys. Get a few rolls on their side, and Brent and Adam have a bit of difficulty getting that final frame done, but we've just got to wait and see. Okay, Brent's lost the white ball and hasn't potted the one, so 4, 5, no balls down, so it's not ultimately critical. It means it's going to be a wee bit of a tactical battle because that one's somewhat tied up. I think we'll be obviously looking at a push out here. I don't think Darwin's going to have a lash at this. Just probably now looking where he wants to leave. So just trying to pick where he's going to put the white ball to leave a shot that's ultimately a wee bit awkward, but not so crazily awkward he gets put straight back in. Yep, I would imagine Adam and Brent, Adam and Brent are not going to hand this back. May even go soft shot, slide past the 3. No, he's not chosen to do that. He definitely fired at it. Got a bit fortunate with the bank going in. Hasn't really left Brent anything much easier, although this does definitely slide past the 3. Play this with enough pace to come side rail to side rail and back out. Just got to hope you don't get tangled up with the 6. Oh, he's decided to bank it as well. Okay. And got the best roll in the world. Yeah, Sean got behind the 8. No, but 7's come to his aid. 6, sorry. 6 has come to his aid. So he's looking at kicking this off the bottom rail. Needs to be pretty careful here. That 5's quite close to the 2. Nope, dealt with nicely. Great shot. Unfortunately the 5's spoiled the next shot. Oh, he's spotted it. I think that's going... No, it's just missed the pocket. Looked like it was going straight in to start with. He's sort of queuing at the bottom of the white ball, so he wants to pull the white ball back towards where the 9 is. It's connected the 9, got a pretty favourable roll really, that's opened the entire rack up. So Adam's just looking whether he leaves the white ball where it 4 roughly is, or hits the shot a bit more forcefully. I think he'd prefer to be relatively straight on the 5 ball, so he may opt to actually try and do a bit of work to get the white ball straighter on the 5, which means you'll... Okay, what's he doing now? He's screwing back. Okay. Yeah, okay. Bit surprised he's chosen that way. It's worked. Hit it extremely well. And this leaves Brent sort of a 1 rail or possibly 3 rail option to end up behind the 6 for the side pocket. Brent's just decided to go 1 rail. Great position for Adam. Who really just needs to get behind the 7, leave Brent fairly straight. Yeah, which he's done. So Brent will probably roll through this, probably 6 inches to a foot. Maybe a foot would be too far, he just might roll through a couple of ball widths. Oh, you get angle. Sorry, I called that completely wrong. So it's Adam who will roll through this, come off the end rail, and sit behind the 9 for a decent shot for Brent. Okay, and there we have the winners of our very first BDL Scotch Pairs for Paul Canterbury. Thanks very much for the 4 of you that are still watching, and the other people who watched throughout the day. It's been yeah, really good value here today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. This is going to become hopefully a regular event. We find Scotch Pairs quite enjoyable to play, and the YouTube account we're streaming from now is going to become our go-to streaming platform, so please feel free to subscribe. You'll get notifications when we're up streaming again. Obviously we'll do the Facebook thing as well, and we'll see you next time.